All right, we got about half the roof sheathing on. We are waiting for our end truss that's coming shortly. So we got as much of it sheathed as we can. The rest will be going on soon.
All right, this is that truss that I was talking about. These are reclaimed lumber that we got from a local supplier, and my brother Travis up on that taller middle ladder and his helper Garrett on the lower one are working on cutting them and getting them fit. And they're not actually all being installed right now, but they're working on getting them cut to fit for installation later.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of this deck project. It has actually been almost a week since I had the camera on here. We had this is going to come out long after, so this week was the week of Memorial Day, so we had Monday off, and it is Thursday now. This video will be out long after that, of course, like usual, just because I have so many videos coming out. But you can imagine, in a week we've done a lot of stuff, so I will give you the quick tour. Starting with the fact that my guys framed out the continuation of the bump out here up to the ceiling, and we have the other piece of OSB cut and to go up there, but we had electrical rough in yesterday, so you can see we've got 4 can lights across the space. And then there's also going to be a lantern pendant hanging from the center of the room, along with 2 ceiling fans on each side. And so we have to leave this open until inspections. We got framing we have electrical and plumbing inspections today. And then we're going to have framing inspection at some point pretty soon. So once we do that, we'll be able to insulate this and close it up for good and put siding up the whole structure. And I don't know if I ever showed you guys these beams. So this I wrapped up. I know I showed you some last week, but we wrapped up that beam because we have not sealed them yet, and that one is in place, so we're trying to keep it dry. And these ones are cut and test fit along with this piece down here, and then we're going to be modifying this one to fit as well. But they're just really cool. I think it's heart pine, super old and super cool looking. It has all these, not only a lot of character to it, of course, but existing holes from whatever it had been used before. I don't know if it was in a barn or what, but we are actually talking to a friend of ours, longtime friend of ours, who's does a lot of very skilled woodworker. For anybody in the Richmond area, his company is the one that did the millwork, the trim work in Uptown Alley. We are going to get input from him on what stain to, not only what stain to use on this wood, with knowing what species it is, which you can't believe it's heart pine, but also what type of finish to put on it, because we want this to last and protect the wood for a long time. It's it's out in the elements, but it shouldn't be getting rained on directly too much because it is under about a foot of overhang. So it'll obviously have moisture collect on it just because of the fact that it is outdoors, but it shouldn't be getting directly rained on too much. So that was a big thing we did at the end of last week, but I didn't have the camera out on Friday, I don't think, to show you guys. But the other big thing that we've spent the last couple days working on is the installation of the fireplace. So I built the walls on Tuesday, I think, and then Wednesday, yesterday, we set the actual firebox itself, which it's not as heavy as you'd think. I think it's only about 112 pounds once you take out all the fire bricks out of it to get it up here. So it wasn't that bad, and we had to get it installed and get the flue in place because we are scheduled to have a roof put on this thing today. We did the tar paper on it last Friday so that we would dry it in fully. So you can see, obviously, it rained last night and it's supposed to continue raining the next few days, but we're only wet right here on the side and we're nice and dry in all of this because we went ahead and put tar paper on, which we don't normally do. We normally let the roofers handle that, but we wanted to have a dry workspace in here. It also rained like all of last weekend, like a lot of rain last weekend, so we stayed nice and dry. It is a wood burning fireplace, but it's also going to be getting gas logs put in it as their primary source of use, and then it can be converted back to a wood burning if they or a future homeowner want to at any time. And then I think the only other thing we've done, my guys did yesterday while my brother and I were working on the fireplace, is they put down the rest of the decking here on the side. So of course we still have to make our perimeter cuts all the way around to put on our finish end board everywhere. But at least now we can walk out on this without having to walk on top of floor joists and balance like we have for the last 2 weeks. That's the not so quick but quickish update on everything. And we got, my brother measured for all of our siding and trim. We got a lot of that kind of stuff to do over the next week or so. So he measured for that package, and he's probably either ordered it yesterday or he'll order it today. So we're just gonna keep on moving with various things. All right, we are wrapping up for the day. You can see the roof got done today, finally. We had tar papered it last week so that it would stay dry, like I mentioned earlier, but the roofers actually came out and shingled it today. So looks really, really good. And you can also see the progress that we have made on the skirting surrounding the framing of the deck, where you would normally see, crosshatch lattice style trim down there. We use this horizontal skirting because it looks a lot better in our opinion. And you can see that we are about 95% done. We have all of the horizontal work done to include the gate, which I have built, and it is sitting underneath of the deck but not able to attach it yet. I'm waiting on a couple more little things to do that, and it's just starting to look really, really good. We're at the end of the 4th week on this project. We've got about 2.5 more weeks to go. Next week's going to be primarily siding and trim and other things like that. So we will see you guys next week.